a hot day today. Would you try and pace yourself, or you just go hard early, and if you're burnt out, well, I guess that's it. I guess, how would you go about it, Paul? I mean, you're a ruckman, you're the one that's got to get around the ground all the time. Would you rotate a little bit through them?
Oh, for sure. You got to today, and as we spoke about the ground being so hard too, and you just got to use your footy smarts, I think, and it's got to be rotated from the bench too. You got to use the blokes on the bench and so forth.
So Tim McCallum to sing the national anthem this afternoon before the start of the game. Both sides standing in front of the grandstand, locked arms. The umpires in the middle of the ground also.
They're not locking arms.
They're not. No. So a great way to start the 2002 GDFL Senior Grand Final. Tim McCallum singing the national anthem this afternoon in the middle of St Albans Reserve. And it should fire both sides up, North Geelong and Corio. Tim Schwennerson out there, as we said, coaching the Corio side this afternoon. Russell Hearn on the field leading the boys, North Geelong as well this afternoon. So we'll clear the ground. Not far away from the start.
Singing the national anthem, Laurie, brings the bristles up on your neck, doesn't it, on grand final day?
And what a great job he did as well. It's fantastic, wasn't it? And if you can't play after that, mate.
It's just sensational.
Yeah. Don't you wish you were back in the 60s, Eric, mate?
Wish I was a bit younger.
He used to play God Save the Queen then, didn't he?
Good work, Welshie. Good work.
Well done, Welshie.
Now, we've spoken about the crowd, and we do sometimes go over the top about the crowd, but it is a big crowd today, isn't it?
Very good crowd. And
there are people right round the ground on the fence, as well as the cars. It is sensational.
And in front of the social club here, she's only very limited space there too. It's all the space taken up. And there's some quite nice sights walking around too, Jace.
You've done well to come on a good day, Welshie. Well done. You've had a good day off work. You start work tonight. You've worked that out well. But North Geelong, one of the important things this afternoon will be the matchups and the early matchups. Laurie, you were talking earlier about the first quarter being probably really important. Most people talk about the third term as being pretty vital once you come back out after half time, but the first quarter in a lot of finals, especially the ones that we've seen this year, has been paramount to a team trying to get on top.
Well, Jason, I can only speak by experience, and I've always thought that the first quarter is very important. I think if you're very hard at the football early, you can get that scoreboard pressure on. You can dictate the terms for the rest of the day. You know, the momentum gets your way, you get encouraged, and I think it's very, very important. I don't concern what's happening in the third quarter. I think those quarters will look after themselves. It's what happens in the first quarter, and as I said before, I really think Corio are going to be very, very hard at North early in this quarter. I think we're going to be in for some sort of a great contest here. I can't emphasise that enough, and I'll be watching with interest with some of these matchups just to see exactly what happens, but I think
you've sprung us first shock. Mario Zitko on the bench, Laurie, to start.
Well, I'll spring another shock. Quarter time down in the CDFL. South Colac, 8-4-52. Lawn, 2-4-16.
Whoa.
There must be a bit of wind down there, is there?
Strong wind.
6 goals of difference.
Blustery down there yesterday, down the lawn yesterday.
Eldridge, Troy Gundry, and I didn't see the third player for Corio on the bench, and I saw Zitko, Cockerell, and I think it was Stewie Marnie for North Geelong.
Matty Cullen heading that
bench.
way.
Matty Cullen, he always leaves late, Matt. So there's the third one. So it'll be Matt Cullen, Troy Gundry, Clinton Eldridge on the bench for Corio.
I think Matty just likes to tell the coach that I'm just here, just keep looking at me, I'll be in front of you, and get me on when you got a chance.
Simon Loft starting on the ground. Rick Lazarick has the job on Jason Rathje on centre wing. Jamie Weiss starting in the forward line at centre-half forward. Andrew Dabrowski has the job on him. Matthew King on Jeff Brethower.
Who's on Ricky O'Toole?
Ricky O'Toole is running free. Mark Burns is probably the closest.
Well, I'd be right on him.
So
Simon Flack just doing a bit of a run there. He needs to fire up today for North.
Danny Ruck's got the job on him. Peter Quick filling a hole back there by himself at the moment in the Corio attack. So the start of the first term, 2002 GDFL Grand Final between North Geelong and Corio, live and exclusive on 94.7 The Pulse. It'll be Simon Lofts and Shea Walker. They do battle, and Lofts gets a double-fisted down. Coming off the half-forward flank, Lockwood will get the first effective kick. Goes long towards half-forward. Smith goes up, punched away by Dabrowski. Goes to the front. Lindsay gives it away by hand to Collins. Handball, missed its target. Has to go back and fight for it himself. North Geelong fight hard. Try and get the handball away. Corio again desperate at half-back. Walker, handball was okay. Charles, left foot kick back towards the middle of the ground. Make up a bit of ground. Keys lets it sit and wait. Fries has got the job on him. Lazarick comes through. Fries, though, over the top of it does well. Then taps it back towards Lofts. Tests out the hamstring early. Bends over. Got Fries in support again on centre wing. Can run away. Ratchie gives him a good shepherd. Terrible kick off the boot. Lindsay can stand there. Can't take it. Nerves. He can't pick it up. Weiss right next to him. Coming through. Elzinger gives him one high, and that will be too high. And, well, that's not a good start for Troy Elzinger. Darren Santaspirito has just said, calm down, and Toby Lindsay will take the free kick at half-back. Goes with a left foot kick to centre wing, looking for Walker. Punched away. Fisher at the back. Left foot kick back to whence it came at half-forward. It's all Corio. Lindsay's there. He gets another kick. It's partly smothered. Still on centre wing. Manning tries to tap it on, only as far as Burns. His clearing kick doesn't go very far. Ricky Bigham can't take it with him. Paul Price. Oh, it's the start of a grand final, isn't it? Kick off the ground. Goes towards Paul Smith. Across centre half-forward. Weiss gives him a great shepherd. Left foot kick towards Flack. Ruck leads in the race for the football. Can he pick it up? Second attempt he can. Handballs it towards the boundary line. Flack, though, does pretty well. Kick back towards Paul Smith, and he takes the mark. 60 metres out from goal.
So Smith of North Geelong moves in on the left foot, kicks long to the goal square. In fact, it's to the left of the goal square, certainly, and out of bounds. Ran over the boundary line, but North Geelong in attack, kicking with the aid. If the breeze is favouring any end, it's favouring the south end. So the boundary umpire to put it back into play. Ball goes high. Walker tapped down, picked up by Cousins. Runs away from the back pocket. Kicks to Charles on centre wing. Great mark for him. Walton can't take the mark. Closely attended there by Lofts. North Geelong at the drop of the footy. Done well, Fries. Long kick to half forward. It's pretty wide, but it's landed in the field of play and drifted over the boundary line at half forward flank. So North Geelong doing all the attacking, Laurie, perhaps on the wrong side of the ground.
Yeah, there's a bit of pace out there from both sides, Eric, and as Jason said before, they're all a little bit touchy at the moment and making a few little fundamental errors.
So ball comes in, Ruckman, neither Ruckman gets near it. Elzinger runs onto the footy, picked up there by Cornwall, breaks a tackle, gets a handball to Lindsay. He's tackled immediately by three players, gang tackling North Geelong, pretty hard at the footy. Now it stacks on the mill at 60 and at about centre half forward for North Geelong. The umpire will move in and put the ball in the air. 3 minutes gone. First quarter in the grand final. No score.
Centre half forward. Ball up. North Geelong into attack. Lofts and Walker to come from the same side. From the centre side of the ground. Throw up now. Lofts gets there. Taps it down towards the 50-metre line. Coming at that Weiss. Can't take it with him. Over the top of it. Needs to get rid of it now. Lindsay there as well. The umpire will pay holding the ball, I would think. And fair enough too. He was over it for a pretty long time there. Lindsay gave him an opportunity to get rid of it. He didn't. And he'll take the free kick at defensive 50. And as he gave it away by hand to Rick Lazarick, the umpire says bring it back. So it'll give North Geelong time to pick up some players. And for Lindsay to take his time at defensive 50. So Jamie Weiss standing the mark. The lead's on now. Manning gives him a lead. He just chips it over the top towards Bigham. He wasn't really ready for it, and Paul Smith was. He kicked it back to Paul Price, and he takes the mark. Inside 50. Will be kicking from 45. The breeze behind him. Might be an important player this afternoon, Laurie, for North Geelong. Paul Price.
Yeah, there was a bit of a wrong decision making there from the Corio side there. Let them in a bit there.
So Paul Price to come in. 45 metres out from goal. Slide angle. Breeze behind him. He comes in now. Good kick off the boot. Has not missed. Straight through the middle for one behind. So Paul Price puts the first score on the board. And it is one behind. North Geelong lead by that. We've been playing 4.5 minutes in the first term.
So Ricky Bigham doing the kicking in. Kicked at about 15 metres. Yes, it was allowed to stand to Dabrowski. Short kick looking for Keys. He's tackled immediately. Dabrowski runs through, missed the footy. Priddle picks it up for North Geelong, hooks it around. It's a magnificent kick from the boundary.
It's a goal.
It's a sensational goal. Rory Priddle from the boundary on the wrong foot, and it's gone right through the middle. So what a great start for Priddle and for North Geelong. They got a 1-1-7. They lead Corio yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes gone, 5 minutes gone.
Well, that was a great goal. I mean, it was in the right quarter of the ground as well, and I think there was probably an error from Corio to bring the footy to there anyhow, and
sure.
It was a wrong decision. And North Geelong, there always, to me, is a couple of good signs. Simon Flack's moving around. He's dead keen to get into the game. Rory Priddle's just got a goal, and that's very, very important for the North Geelong side.
So back to the middle. Umpire Keating with the ball. Lofts again up against Walker. They do battle. Lofts tried to go with the left hand. Now Walker gets the ball out of the middle. Goes long towards half forward. Doesn't sit well for Quick running across half back. Sits okay for Clifford. He runs away from McDermott. Right foot kick towards the 10-metre square. Is it going to bounce through? It has! Lee Clifford. Quick reply. Has put the first on the board for Corio. And they go to one straight goal, 6. They trail North Geelong 1-1-7. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard and 6 minutes played.
Well, it's a hallmark of a good side, Welshie, when you come back like that.
And just a centre break, that's all that was, wasn't it? Just a centre break, put them under pressure. Shea Walker recovered first, got the ball moving forward and had the players running the space. A very good snapshot from Clifford there. Resulted in the 4 points.
So, back to the middle again. It'll be Walker up against Lofts. Umpire San Espirito with the ball. He throws it in the air. Gets it down. Walker goes towards Cousins, towards centre half forward. Hold on. Going to be a free kick to North Geelong. And it might be Peter Quick with the free kick. It is. And he will take it at centre half back. Goes long towards centre half forward. Paul Smith up against Bigham, who works his way to the front. Takes a good mark, does he?
Mark, Ricky Bigham.
Yes, has to be Ricky Bigham. So he worked his way to the front and took the grab at centre half back for the Devils. Goes wide looking for Ricky O'Toole. Mark Burns with a job on him. Charles, though, jumps in front and takes the grab on centre wing. Got Cousins in the middle. Goes in that direction. Might be okay to run onto it. Johnny Cousins across centre half forward, but McDermott's there and does very well. Breaks the Cousins tackle and goes long with a right foot kick towards centre half forward. From behind Brethour, does pretty good defensively. Price did very well in a tight situation. Weiss back to Price, runs in, 50 metres out, goes long, left foot kick, missed again. And through for one behind. Price 2 behinds, and North Geelong 1-8. They lead Corio 1 straight goal. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 7.5 minutes played.
So Danny Ruck prepares to kick in. Goes right to the corner of the square, and he's found Dabrowski on his own half-back flank. Marks and plays on quickly. Kicks it along the wing, looking for Collins out there. Over Collins' head, found Ricky Bingham. Handball over to Collins, who kept running, but he's the handball's missed its mark. So picked up by Russell Hearn for North Geelong. Handball back, but the boundary umpire has come into play. He said that the ball was over the line, so he will recover the football on centre wing. Well, he's moving now more towards between wing and half forward flank for Corio, kicking to the northern end of this first quarter. So the ball about to come back in. Walker and Lofts doing the ruck work. Walker, well, neither real gets the tap down, picked up by Cousins, threw it on the left foot towards half forward, but Brett Fisher comfortable at centre half back, takes the mark. It's over the head of Rathje into the arms of Paul Smith, wheels around on the left foot, hooks it back into the corridor. And there's Peter Quick, who's run from half back to centre half forward. Terrible kick from him, intercepted by Rick Lazarick. Does well, but he's one out against 3. Picked up by Flack. Handball back to Weiss. And Weiss, as he's wheeled around, has hooked the goal. And that's another goal for the North Geelong side. Kicked by Jamie Weiss. Well shepherded in the goal square, but it is the second for North. They go to 2-2-14. They lead Corio 1 goal. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 9 minutes gone.
Well, I looked up there before Welshie. I could see number 16 for North Geelong there on his own in the middle of the ground. I mean, I think he's a better player to be running around his own, surely.
Oh,
and
that's right.
You've got to man your man up, and because he's going to be the go-to player if you don't.
I think Ricky Bingham just got tied up with the ball in it and went ball chasing instead of worried about where his man was. So he's obviously got to keep a tight rein on him because, as we've seen last week, he got away and kicked 4 goals late in the game.
Yeah, I'm not taking stats on Ricky O'Toole today, but if I was, I don't think I would have given him one yet.
No. I think you're
Handball,
right, Loz. Maybe a handball.
Yep.
Paul is taking stats, I'd say.
No.
Mark Burns is running with him.
Back to the middle. Umpire Keating Throws the ball in the air for Walker and Lofts. They both go up pretty early. Comes down to Walker. Priddle tackles him. Kick off the ground by Lockwood towards centre half forward. Bigham leads in the race for the footy. Now Charles kick off the ground by Priddle. Goes all right. Weiss at centre half forward. Can't pick the ball up. Dabrowski hassles him, but he picks it up the second time. Throws it towards Priddle. Under pressure. Got a trip. No, yes he did. And the umpire will pay the free kick at half forward. So it'll be... Things go better with that. Good work. So it'll be a free kick to Rory Priddle, and he's in a bit of trouble over there in the hands of the trainer. So Paul Price will actually take the free kick at half forward on the outer side. Still on the ground, Priddle.
He might have rolled his ankle as he went down, did he?
Yeah, well, he fell pretty heavily on his leg. He's up now, and I'd say he's going to be okay. He might not be able to take the kick, although if he's up, I think he might have to. No, the umpire's allowing Price to take it. So Price has got it. Drives along to the teeth of goal. Brethower in the middle. Does he take the mark? No, play on the call. And at the bottom, Ricky O'Toole goes back to whence it came. You see Priddle limping towards the ball. Charles takes the mark in front of him at half back.
Lovely kick there, Charles. 1 out against 3 there and pinpoint to him.
Yep. So Charles now from half back goes towards centre wing, drives it towards Clifford over the back third in line. Fisher in front. Walton's there also. Picks it up and does well. No look handball. Clifford followed it up on centre wing. He goes with a kick now towards half forward. Is that a free kick? No, play on the call. Now Hearn slips over the crucial stage, tries to shuffle it back towards Daniel Gibbs. Surrounded though by Keys. He runs in 30 metres out and kicks the goal.
Well done.
Was that a handball from Clifford to Keys?
No, it was a throw. But it's a goal. Don Keys.
Officially a handball.
It was from Clifford though, wasn't it?
Has
Yeah,
kicked.
I think so.
Yeah, well, he's getting a bit out there as well.
So Corio 2 straight goals, 12. They trail North Geelong 2-2-14. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 11.5 minutes played.
That just come from a bit of hard work out in that far wing, didn't it? From 3 or 4 Corio blokes. They just got it moving forward to each other and kicked it into the space. And we've seen Barry O'Toole come out and meet the ball very solidly, which he done. And just to create a contest. And they're doing well around the packs when they get their chance, Corio.
Well, I think you called it beautifully, Paul. They had the numbers at the ball there, and I think there was 4 there actually. I don't know where they all come from.
So back in the middle, umpire prepares to start the game once again. Walker and Weiss in the middle now. I don't know where Loft's gone, but the ball comes down. Whistle on play. Going to Lockwood. Lockwood handball to Priddle. North Geelong take it on quickly. Priddle wide to magnificent one-handed mark to Paul Smith. Decides to run on. Has a pot shot from outside 50. If Brethower doesn't mark it, but he has.
Oh, it has.
So I think it was drifting toward the points zone anyway, so it wasn't going to be a goal. But Smith didn't muck around with it. Ran to 50 and hooked it toward the goal. Jeff Brethower, strong mark. About 2 metres from the goal post, but he's on an extremely acute angle for a right footer on the wrong side. But Jeff Brethower now for North Geelong prepares to move in. He's going for the check side. He's hit the wrong side, and it's still in the field of play and lands inside the field of play, 35 metres from the behind post. Laurie will have to take these guys back to school.
Why would you use one from there anyway?
Well, why wouldn't you drop it on the holding one hand,
right.
kick on the left foot?
Yep.
I'd have to go on the left foot from there, and you know, it's all right to watch television, and these blokes practice 40 and 50 hours a week doing them.
So it's 13 minutes into the first quarter. Ball comes in, half forward flank. Walker tapped down, picked up by Burns. He's immediately tackled. Umpire said no chance to get rid of it. The ball's not going anywhere. So at 35 metres from the North Geelong goal, the umpire will put the ball in the air. 2-2 North Geelong. Corio 2 goals. The ball about to be put in the air. Half forward flank for North. A lot of players around the footy there. Goes up. Walker. Big tap toward the boundary for Corio. Picked up by Paul Smith. He's put down straight away. Ball comes clear. Ferguson picks it up. Back. Good directional play. Not quite long enough for Lockwood, but he comes in, meets the footy. But it's finally Dabrowski for Corio. Picks up the footy. Players are slipping over a bit. I don't know whether the footwear's too good out there. Keys tackled very high on centre wing for Corio and will take the free kick. Umpire right there. Now Keys chips it over the top. Oh, dangerous kick and well read from the defensive area by Fryers. The handball, the punch down came to Lockwood. A long handball to Priddle. Looks as if he's recovered. To centre half forward. Flack overruns the footy. Ricky O'Toole doesn't. He's picked it up. He's tackled. He's going to be pinged, is he?
Shoulder.
Well, the free kick's gone to Paul Price.
North.
So Price of North Geelong. O'Toole had the football, but Price, well, he's got...
Oh, great mark.
Lofts. Well, Lofts has taken the mark. 30 metres out directly in front and very, very fortunate to take it. He slipped as he was going forward, and if anything's going to test the hamstring out, that would. So Simon Lofts, goodness gracious.
Lucky 6'5".
It is, it is. So he's got the free kick, man on the mark. Andy Dabrowski is 35 metres directly in front. Simon Lofts for North Geelong, moves in. On the left foot, lovely looking kick off the boot, and I tell you it's right over the goal umpire's head. So that's Lofts' first goal, and it's the third for North Geelong. 3-2-20, they lead Corio 2 goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we've just ticked past 15 minutes.
Well, I don't know whether it's just me, but I think the body language from Loftsy is that I don't think they really wanted to play him actually, and that he's probably said, "You play me, and I'll just show you how good I am." Do you see that? I just
exactly.
see he just
He's
wants
come
to be
to show
in
people that he's
he just
right.
wants to be in everything, and I think that's a credit to the guy. You knocked me out, Eric.
Don't be quiet, I will.
You're right there, Welsh. You still with us?
Yeah.
Back to the middle. Weiss going up early, gets it down to Priddle, breaks free. Right foot kicks partly smothered, goes towards Cousins now. He can run forward. Fries, great tackle, drop the footy.
Yeah,
Umpire was on the right side to get that. And a free kick to North Geelong, back into the centre square. And it will be Rory Priddle with it. He's got Weiss wide. He goes towards him now. And now 50, I think, is it?
Yep.
It is 50. So umpire Santa Spirito taking the ball down to centre half forward. And it'll be Rory Priddle with it. He'll be kicking from about 65 out.
I think the only player on the only person on the ground who knew what it was all about was the umpire. Players are totally confused.
So Priddle has the ball. Early lead from Brethower. Ignored. He's going to go long now. The right foot puts it up in towards the 10-metre square. Brethower goes up. Does he take the mark? No. Play on the call. Dabrowski runs away. Handball to Collins. Missed its target. Ferguson comes at him. Collins is there again. Over the top of it now. On 50. He's on hands and knees. He needs some support. He tries to break free. He does so, but only as far as Ferguson, who runs away. He runs away from a couple on the boundary line. Left foot kick out of bounce. Is it?
Points.
3 for 1 behind. So 1 behind to Andrew Ferguson. And they go to 3-3-21 now, North Geelong. And they lead Corio 2 straight goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 16 minutes played.
Well, Ferguson's pace was a worry there, Laurie.
Yeah, he was pretty quick, isn't he? He's going to
So-
come again this side.
Now we've got Ruck, decides to come towards the Sosa Club side of the ground, and from half-back flank, Russell Hearn has gone forward with his opponent and taken the mark on half-forward flank. There's the lead from Flack. Lovely chip pass from Russell Hearn, and honoured the lead of Simon Flack. Took it comfortably on his chest with Ruck on the mark, and he's 35 metres from the goal line as Simon Flack. He's on the incorrect side for a right footer, but very capable. Moves in on the right foot. Lovely looking kick, but it's across the face of goal. Got the distance okay, but only behind to North Geelong. They go to 3-4-22. They lead Corio 2 goals straight 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes gone.
Do you think Timmy Swennerson has told them to just attack at all times, take it up to them and bring it this side? And,
It looks a bit like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, because here they come over here again.
Dabrowski short into the back pocket. Lindsay taking the mark. He goes to Nevada Cornwall. Takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50.
Now they're in trouble. There's no one on the wing to kick it to.
Well, Lazaruk gives him a lead at half forward. He might go in that direction, Cornwall. He does now. Goes there. Priddle from behind Weiss. Priddle in front. Good mark.
Punch it.
So Rory Priddle at half forward. Pretty congested in the forward 50. Marnie gives him a lead. Brethower. Now Paul Price on a lead. He goes in that direction. It's high into the sun. Dabrowski's there. He's paid a free kick against Dabrowski. On to Paul Price.
Bit touchy.
So Price
That's what
on
we're
the...
talking about, Welshie. We don't want the umpires to get excited.
That's exactly right. And you don't care where, at times if they make a mistake, but not in front of goal. They just...
Well, Paul Price is on a fair angle. He's on the right side for a left footer, though. Not far away from where Simon Flack had his last kick. He comes in now, and it's pretty close. I think he might have missed again. And he has. 3-4-1 behind. That's I got him down for 3 behinds.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
Tell you what, he's had a bit of the footy, though.
3-4-22, North Geelong. They lead Corio 2 straight goals 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 19 minutes played.
Welshie, this has been your problem, clearing the ball from the goal square.
Exactly.
Well, Dabrowski's kicked in short to... he said that wasn't 15. He's 40 metres away. But the mark taken by Bigham. Terrible kick from him, and intercepted there by Paul Smith of North Geelong. Between wing and half forward, Smith about to take the ball back into the forward half. Long kick from him. It's off the side of the boot, gone toward the boundary in front. Bethauer can't take the mark. Ferguson looking for the crumbs. He was front and centre in the right position, but his opponent was right there with him. So ball off hands over the boundary line. 20 minutes gone. First quarter of the grand final. Ball comes in. Half forward flank for North Geelong. Bethauer does the ruck work. Doesn't get a touch to it. Comes to Burns. Off the left foot. He's hooked it goalwards. Oh, mark almost taken by Dabrowski, but off hands. It's through for another behind to North Geelong. Having a bit of the play. 3-6-24. They lead Corio 2 goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've ticked past 20 minutes.
The thing is, Eric, though, points are not scoreboard pressure, are they? You've got to get some goals on the board. I think there's a fair breeze out there.
So they kick in by Dabrowski, plays on, goes towards 50, off hands, free kick over the shoulder, going to North Geelong. Oh, it's against Ricky O'Toole, and it will go to Mark Burns. Ricky can't believe it. Mark Burns can. He's got the free kick. So I think they'll have to try and clear it out a little bit here, North Geelong. Give some of their big, tall players some space to lead into. He goes short now. Nobody had picked up Andrew Ferguson, and he said thank you very much and took the mark. Now he chips over the top as well to Paul Price.
Already getting a heap of footy.
Well, if the kick out before Eric wasn't 15 yards, I don't think that was.
No.
You? Hey?
But
You think that?
he was nearly at the 50-metre mark when he
That's
took the
right.
mark.
So Paul Price, who's kicked 3 behinds in the first term, a chance to score his first goal. He's 30 metres out.
Got to get one shortly.
Left footer. Comes in. Keeps it low this time. That's a better kick. And he's put it through for his first. And the fourth for North Geelong. They go to 4-6-30. They lead Corio 2 straight goals, 12. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 21 and a half minutes in the first term of the 2002 GDFL Grand Final.
Yeah, well, that was a good goal there. I just feel that myself that the Corio side's missing McNamara. I think they've been forced to play Matty King right back on the back line. That's not really his caper. He likes to run an attack off the half back line, but I just can't see them shuffling their side around to set that up because they're just that 1-2 players short.
Well, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul a bit. They've got Lesrick on Ratji, but Toby Lindsay is on Paul Price at the moment, and that might be a better matchup with Lesrick back there.
There's quite a bit going on. The Corio players really attacking. Is it umpire Keating, who's been giving these decisions in the forward half, and they've got to concentrate on the game well.
Yeah, for sure.
So now in the middle, once again, umpire about to put the ball in the air as Walker prepares with Weiss. Weiss up high, gets a tap down. Another free kick against Corio. They're certainly not getting the best of the umpiring decisions. They're all going North Geelong's way at the moment as Weiss gets the free kick in the centre circle.
Barry O'Toole on the ball now too.
Plays on quickly, kicks towards half forward. Well, it's all Corio back there. The play you've just mentioned, Welshie, Barry O'Toole on half-back flank has taken the mark now. Went to play on, so he's called to do just that. Chips it towards Ricky Bigham, but it's all North Geelong in front of our broadcast position here. Jason Ratty takes the ball toward the boundary ahead of Ricky Bigham, and boundary umpire has signified it was over. So in front of our broadcast position, which is between wing and half-forward flank on the western side, the ball will be thrown in. 23 minutes gone. First quarter. Walker and Weiss. Weiss clear tap down over his opponent there. Picked up by Paul Smith. Wheeled around on his left foot through a bit of traffic there. And, well, looking for Jeff Bethauer, but found Dabrowski of Corio instead. He chips it over the top looking for Johnny Cousins. Cousins and Bigham collide. Handball comes out to Rory Priddle. He's clear. He's 40 metres out. He's had a pot shot at goal, but it's drifted across the face through for a behind. 1-1 to Rory Priddle. Another behind to North Geelong. 4-7-31. They lead Corio 2 goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've just ticked to 24 minutes.
So Nevada Cornwall from fullback now for Corio. Southern end of the ground to do the kicking in.
And there's heaps and heaps of water being drunk by players.
There is. It's pretty warm out there. 23-24 degrees this afternoon. Straight down the middle from the Nevada Cornwall towards Ricky O'Toole. Ratchi from behind. And
Ricky mark.
Ricky O'Toole in front. He's been paid the mark. Oh, That's 50.
That's 50.
Jason Ratchie throwing the ball back indiscriminately towards Ricky O'Toole. Ricky had no hesitation in making sure he didn't move off his line to take the ball.
I think he moved 2 steps to the right.
So he put his arm up and said, umpire Keating, where's the 50? There it was.
I guess he's been subjected to a couple of get-throughs against him, Ricky. He thought it was about time he got one.
So he's got one, and he's got it in the middle of the ground. So a chance for Corio to go into attack. And they do so now. He chips over the top to Bolchevac, who takes the mark.
Thought of that going.
Still centre half forward. He chips the ball over the top as well to John Cousins, who takes the mark. So
Working it in closer.
yeah, just working in by 15 metre areas, and John Cousins has got it. Still 50 out, right directly in front, kicking to the northern end. John Cousins comes in, quick standing the mark. Oh, it's a good kick too. He's got every bit of it. It's right on the goal line. I think it's been. Is it through?
I think it's a goal.
The umpire has said full points.
Yeah, beautiful kick.
So John Cousins has put his first on the board, the third for Corio. They go to 3 straight goals, 18. North Geelong 4-7-31. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 25 and a half minutes played.
Well, I suppose he knows the ground, Johnny Cousins. He played here for long enough. He'd know where he could kick them from, Welshie, and he measured that pretty well.
Yeah, I think when you get up in amongst the cypress trees, I think you might get a bit of protection from the wind there. And I think it was a magnificent kick off the boot, wasn't it? It was never going to miss.
So back in the middle. Into time on in the first quarter. It's the umpire having the footy in the middle once again.
Robbie Walton into the ruck.
Yes, so we've had a change for both sides in the ruck there. Walton and Lofts back in there. Comes down to Priddle. Unfortunately can't get clear. Bigham drops the footy. Well, there's a whistle on play, and this time it's going to Ricky Bigham as Mark Burns was steaming goalwards. But unfortunately has to give it back to Ricky Bigham in the middle. He handballs quickly to Ricky O'Toole. What's happened there?
Well,
Whistle on play.
I don't know, but it possibly could have been a free kick to Mark Burns, because as he ran past Andrew Dabrowski held him back so Ricky O'Toole could get the handball. So it's the old Shepherd off the ball.
So now Bigham has the free kick at centre half back, kicks it to John Cousins, who's in the centre circle.
Look at it here. Look at this side.
So good call, Welshie, because out there is Toby Lindsay on his own. Paul Price comes pretty hard at him. Russell Hearn, I noticed, slipped over again when just running, so mightn't have the right footwear on, but Russell Hearn's got the footy now. Handball. Second handball comes to Lockwood. Lockwood of North Geelong has Rasty on centre wing. Takes the mark, decides to play on the right foot. Hooks it back towards half forward flank. It's over the head of Cornwall and Elzinger. Reading it well is Ruck from fullback. He races with the footy. Terrible kick from him. Over the head to Rasty. Lazarick, well tackled by Rasty on that occasion. He's got support. Corio Boyd Lindsay's comes through there, picked up by Priddle, kick back to Smith on his own in the middle for North Geelong. Measured the kick, the lead comes from Rousseau. Magnificent lead, magnificent pass and a magnificent diving mark. Matty King right there. You can't do anything about that when you're a defender, Laurie.
No, Matty was in the right spot. He had his hand out there trying to get the fist in, but it was just too good a mark.
So Paul Price might have lost the contact.
I think so, yep.
But Matt King is the man on the mark at 40, and Jeff Prethauer is starting from about 60 metres out, and will move inside 50 when he kicks the footy. Breeze behind him. It's a lovely looking kick off the boot.
It's
a magnificent goal to Jeff Prethauer, and over recent weeks we haven't seen him miss too many. It's his first for the day, and it's the 5th for North Geelong. 5-7-37. They lead Corio 3 goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone.
Well, actually, I don't think there's a hell of a lot in the game, to be quite honest with you. I think there probably is a couple of goals advantage that end, do you think? And I think it's pretty even. It's a good game. I'm quite enjoying it. And
well, you're in front.
Well, I'm in front, yeah.
You obviously got to be enjoying it, don't you?
Back to the middle. Lofts up against Walton. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Lofts again with that left hand, gets it down. Lazarick comes off centre wing, runs through the middle, goes on the right boot towards the opposite centre wing. Looking for Clifford, punched away by McDermott. Good punch away too, close to the boundary line. Looks a good match-up this afternoon, Clifford and Joe McDermott.
That's years and experience, isn't it?
It is, and it'll be a boundary throw-in out of side centre wing position. So players work their way across there. Walton and Lofts. Umpire to throw the ball in. Nice and high. Over the back, punched away was Clifford. Got it to Barry O'Toole. Got it on to Corey Collins at half forward. Drills the pass. Hearn chops it off though. Can't take it with him. Now a handball. It came back towards Collins. His handball inboard was okay to Keys, off a couple of steps. Goes towards the opposite side forward pocket. Manning there. He handballs it back inboard, but only as far as Rathje. He was out of bounds though when he did handball it back in. And it will be a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for Corio, deep into attack.
It's a blessing for them over the line.
Exactly. About 15 metres out from their behind post, there will be a boundary throw in. It is now. Walker tries to tap it to the back. Manning's there. Pack develops. Keys is there also. Can't pick the footy up. Running through the middle was Fisher. Let Hearn have it. Then Fryers. Kick off one step back towards the middle. Foot race now. Who's it going to sit for? Bigger. Marnie gets across there as well. Also in there, Cousins slips over. Handball towards Lindsay. Sets him up. Now it's Marnie. Gets back inboard. Oh, handball was terrible. Lindsay, he got it. Turnover. Walton can go back inboard to Cousins. He has to stretch for it. Then his handball's chopped off. Great play. Corey Lockwood gets it away to Hearn. Saw out of the corner of his eye. Weiss might not get there though. Lindsay, in fact it's Keys, is it? No, it's Lindsay. He gets across there. Pretty close to the boundary line. Can't pick it up. Weiss hurries him over the boundary line, and we will have a throw in between wing and half forward, grandstand side. So Lofts comes across, Walton as well. Umpire throws it in. Rathje from behind, taps it to the back. Ricky O'Toole, Burns right next to him. Look at him, but look at Ricky O'Toole, goes over the top. Now Collins, handball back inboard to Ricky O'Toole. Off a step, goes wide, and it's okay. Finds Lee Clifton at half forward, plays on quickly, gets around one, comes inside, 40 metres out. Goal! Lee Clifford has kicked his second.
He's a smoky today, I think.
And great play by Lee Clifford. 2 goals to him, 4th goal to Corio. They go to 4 straight goals, 24. They trail North Geelong 5-7-37. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 31 minutes played.
As Laurie said, he could be the smoky today, and it was interesting to talk to Timmy Swenison about him after the second semi-final. He said if he starts well, he's really good, and if he doesn't get into the game, he finds it very hard, but he's definitely into the game today, isn't he?
He certainly is, and Ricky O'Toole confirmed that on Thursday night when we spoke to him on Footy Focus, and he said the same thing. He said if he's on song, he's very, very hard to match up on. And he is. You just saw how he broke the tackle there and went on and kicked a lovely goal.
Bloodrill.
So
Price.
is it Mark
Burnsy.
Burns? So Burns is forced from the ground with the blood rule. Paul Price goes into the middle, and I guess someone will come off the bench onto half forward flank. So everything's been pre-organised by the North Geelong side, Laurie, even up to the what happened there.
Mario Zitko's on.
It's a bit of a surprise why he wasn't on the ground to start. I thought he showed a bit of form last week. But that's the way it goes. So now Zitko comes on to half forward flank, replacing Burns with the blood rule. And the umpire, he picked that pretty quickly in the middle, didn't he? So they're on the job.
Sure, one of the Corio players would have told him too well.
That might have been pointed out too.
So the umpire in the middle, Kim Andrew, ball goes up. Weiss and Ruck. Weiss gets a tap down to Lockwood, over to Price. He tries to get rid of it, follows up himself, picks it up, can't get away with the footy. Finally, Collins picks it up for Corio. Terrible kick off the boot. Elzinger does a great job to stop the footy on the cricket pitch. Hearn, he's tackled high, said the umpire. So Russell Hearn for North Geelong has the free kick in the middle of the ground. Getting plenty of directions from his team players. He's got Quick on centre wing. He goes wide. That's the right wing for them to have it. So Peter Quick now runs forward, kicks it long. The lead's coming from Bethauer at the goal square. Can't take the mark. Unfortunately for them, the ball falls. A fresh air shot there from Zitko. Handball comes out of the pack to Ricky O'Toole, and he's got Lee Clifford on centre wing. In fringe going for the mark by Ferguson. So Clifford has taken the mark. Sees Ricky O'Toole running past, flips a handball out to him. O'Toole finds Manning on centre wing, and Manning of Corio has taken the mark. Chips it inboard, has Cousins on centre wing. He's chipped it outboard again to Cornwall. So Corio chipping the ball about but retaining possession. He's chipped it back inboard to Collins. He can go this time, he does. Kicks the long, low pass to the lead from full forward. And it's Shea Walker. Half forward flank, plays on quickly. Drives to the goal square. O'Toole, Barry. He's pushed his opponent forward. I think Troy Elzinger probably made sure that everybody saw it. He fell forward. The advantage paid to Corey Lockwood, and he's kicked the ball to half forward flank for Corio out of bounds, and the ball will be thrown in. Interesting, 2 players from West Cricket and Footy Club on both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Manning and Rathje. So they've had a contribution. But there's the siren. It is quarter time, 34 minutes the first quarter, but at quarter time the score reads North Geelong 5-7-37. They lead Corio 4 goals straight, 24.
The goal kickers in that first term for North Geelong. Singles to Jeff Brethauer, Jamie Weiss, Rory Priddle, Paul Price and Simon Loss. While for Corio, 2 to Lee Clifford, singles to John Keys and John Cousins. We'll take a break back.